Hello, we are Section 29 and we are Team 7, the Airheads. Our team members are Daniel Sardo, majoring in civil engineering, Zach Giordano, computer engineering, Andrew Gray, aerospace engineering, Adam Tokonitz, also aerospace engineering, and myself, Trevor Franklin, majoring in civil engineering. Our project is the Hovercraft, and individually we chose it for personal reasons, but as a whole, we chose the Hovercraft because we felt it would be a challenging task.
Around the initial development of the hovercraft, in 1716, Emanuel Swedenborg, the Swedish inventor, actually developed a primitive version of the modern hovercraft. Later on, in following centuries, events such as the transatlantic flight of Charles Lindbergh across the Atlantic Ocean involved the development of the air cushion theory, which allowed the development of the hovercraft even further. Ultimately, Sir Christopher Cockerell of England was able to develop a final working hovercraft, which allowed us in turn to design a comparable hovercraft to what he tested out initially in the 1950s.
As with any project, an engineer has to follow a specific design cycle. This includes asking questions, coming up with ideas, planning to construct the solution, testing the prototype, and finally revising the project if needed. The production of our first prototype included gathering to combine our ideas, a rough sketch of our prototype, and finally construction. It contained a wooden baseboard, a tarp material for the skirt, and complete computer fans for the thrust and lift.
This initial design, however, did not work due to a lack of powering too heavy of material. Thus, we came together as a group to redesign the hovercraft. Our second design consisted of a lighter baseboard made of foam, a skirt made of packaging plastic, and high-powered ducted fans. With the combination of lighter materials and more thrust and lift power, we fabricated a working hovercraft.
As with any project, we faced a number of challenges. The foremost of these being our inability to provide materials early enough in the process. We had a number of materials that we needed in order to begin construction and testing, and yet we never managed to have all of these materials in one place, which prevented us from proceeding with construction on multiple conditions. Later on, we faced the challenge of having a lack of understanding of electronics and circuitry, which ultimately ended up resulting in overheating one of our fans, which caused us to have to replace them.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Finally, by the end of the process, one of our major issues was simply determining the best way to secure our skirt to our hovercraft space and where to place holes within that skirt.
The first problem we faced was the circuitry and the fans. We corrected the problem of faulty circuitry and fans by redesigning and simplifying the arrangement of electrical components and choosing fans with appropriate voltage draws. The next problem we faced was the skirt. Because many skirt materials were too susceptible to tearing and high friction, we ultimately selected a postal packaging material for our skirt and avoided tearing by using duct tape rather than masking tape to seal seams in the skirt.
Our FEDD performance went a little differently than expected. We took the hovercraft and we went at about half speed for better control, but we still ended up falling off the 40-foot linear table. Because the rudder did not respond quickly enough when we tried to redirect it. In the end, though, we still received 206 points and came in second place, with the first team receiving 208 points, so our hovercraft still did pretty well in the competition. and overall it was a pretty successful day. Everybody loved our design, and we had lots of compliments, and it was spray painted black because we're awesome.
Ready?
Some things you would have done differently were to research previous year's designs in depth. Are all materials at once with group consensus.
So we can have more stuff.
Plan for final design formally using either software or graph paper.
Research how hovercrafts work more in depth.
Acquire materials as soon as possible.
Definitely get a head start.
Have a timeline.
Don't procrastinate.
Procrastinate.
And have fun! You forgot to have fun! You f***ed up!